when a 90-year-old man named Henry decided to plant a forest in honor of his late wife. No one could have predicted the profound impact it would have. What began as a simple tribute to Margaret, the love of his life, grew into a thriving sanctuary of life and hope. Over decades, Henry's dedication turned barren land into a lush forest, attracting visitors from all over who were inspired by his story. This was not just about trees. It was about preserving love, healing from loss, and creating a legacy that would outlive him. Henry's extraordinary journey reminds us all that even in grief, something truly beautiful can flourish, touching lives in ways we never imagined. The story begins in the small, quiet village of Willowbrook. For decades, Henry Walters and his wife Margaret were known as the heart of the community. Their love was one of those rare connections that people dreamed about, a love that transcended time, filled with shared dreams, laughter, and an unspoken understanding of one another's soul. Margaret, a botanist with a deep love for nature, often spoke about her dream of creating a forest. She imagined a lush green sanctuary where birds would sing, children would play, and the air would always carry the scent of fresh blooms. It was a vision she nurtured in her heart, but never had the chance to bring to life. When Margaret passed away, Henry was heartbroken. The home they shared felt empty, the world seemed dim, and the silence was deafening. As days turned to weeks, Henry found himself drawn to a barren piece of land at the edge of the village, a place Margaret had once pointed out as perfect for her dream forest. One morning, as the sun rose over Willowbrook, Henry made a decision that would change everything. Armed with nothing but a shovel, a handful of seeds, and a heart full of memories, he set out to fulfill Margaret's dream. At 90 years old, most would consider planting a forest an impossible task, but Henry believed that love had the power to achieve the unimaginable. Each day, Henry worked tirelessly. He dug holes, planted saplings, and watered them with care. Neighbors initially watched with curiosity, some shaking their heads, wondering why an elderly man would undertake such an ambitious project. But Henry didn't waver. As he worked, he often spoke to Margaret, sharing his progress and recounting their favorite memories. "Margaret," he whispered one day, planting a tiny oak tree, "this one's for you. You always said oak trees were a symbol of strength. I want our forest to have that strength, just like you gave me." As weeks turned into months, the first signs of life began to appear. Saplings started to take root, their green leaves reaching for the sky. Birds returned to the area, singing songs that Henry swore sounded like Margaret's laughter. The once empty land began to transform, mirroring the love and dedication Henry poured into it. Word of Henry's efforts spread throughout Willowbrook. Inspired by his determination, neighbors began to lend a hand. Children brought water buckets, teenagers helped plant trees, and adults offered seeds and tools. Henry's project was no longer just about honoring Margaret. It became a community endeavor, uniting the village in a shared purpose. One day, a journalist from a nearby town heard about Henry's story and visited Willowbrook. He wrote an article titled "The Forest of Love," capturing the essence of Henry's journey. The story went viral, and soon, people from all over the country came to see the remarkable forest in progress. Donations poured in, along with letters of encouragement and more seeds than Henry could ever have imagined. Despite his growing fame, Henry remained humble. "This isn't about me," he told a reporter. "It's about Margaret. This forest is her dream, her legacy. I'm just the hands that are bringing it to life." As the years passed, the barren land blossomed into a thriving forest. Tall trees swayed in the breeze, their branches intertwining to form a natural cathedral. Wildflowers carpeted the forest floor, painting it in vibrant hues of yellow, blue, and purple. Wildlife made the forest their home, and it became a sanctuary, not just for nature, but for people seeking solace. On the 5th anniversary of Margaret's passing, the villagers organized a celebration in her honor. They unveiled a wooden plaque at the entrance of the forest, engraved with the words, Margaret's Grove, a testament to love, hope, and resilience. By then, Henry's health had begun to decline. But he didn't mind. Every time he walked through the forest, he felt Margaret's presence. The rustling leaves sounded like her voice. The sunlight filtering through the trees reminded him of her warmth, and the sweet fragrance of wildflowers carried her essence. One day, as Henry sat on a bench in the heart of the forest, he closed his eyes and felt a profound sense of peace. "Margaret," he whispered, "we did it. Your dream is alive." Henry passed away a week later, surrounded by the villagers who had become his extended family. His final resting place was beneath a grand oak tree he had planted years earlier, marked by a simple stone that read, "Henry Walters, a man who loved deeply." Today, Margaret's Grove is a symbol of what love can achieve. It draws visitors from around the world who walk through its trails and leave inspired by the story of a 90-year-old man who turned grief into growth. Children learn about the power of determination, couples are reminded of the beauty of true love, and everyone who visits leaves with a piece of Henry and Margaret's story in their hearts. Their legacy isn't just in the forest, it's in the countless lives they've touched, proving that love, even in its absence, has the power to grow and flourish in ways unimaginable. Each tree in Margaret's Grove tells a story, a chapter of Henry and Margaret's shared dream, built on unwavering love and dedication. The forest became more than just a tribute. It turned into a living, breathing testament to the transformative power of compassion and resilience. Visitors often describe an indescribable calm when walking through the grove, as if the love that built it continues to resonate in every leaf and branch. Children play under the canopy of towering oaks, laughter echoing through the trails. Artists find inspiration among the wildflowers, sketching and painting the vibrant hues. Couples sit quietly on benches, holding hands, reflecting on their own journeys of love. It's as if Margaret's dream forest has become a universal symbol of hope, a reminder that even in the face of loss, something beautiful can take root and thrive. Henry and Margaret's story has transcended generations, becoming a beacon of inspiration for all who hear it. It is shared in classrooms, where students learn not only about the importance of nature, but about the power of dedication and love. Teachers use their journey to teach lessons of resilience, selflessness, and the ability to create something meaningful, even in the face of loss. As visitors walk through the forest, they often reflect on their own lives, realizing that their actions, no matter how small, can leave an indelible mark on the world. Henry and Margaret's legacy continues to remind us that love, perseverance, and a single genuine dream have the power to change the world.